guys, Preacher 357 here, out here on the range again. Gonna bring to you another gun that you've seen before on the channel. This is my Glock Model 20. It's a Gen 3 and it's a 20 SF, the short frame version. And you've seen this one before, especially in that M&P 10mm video that we did. I showed you this one, we compared the two together. And in that video, I wasn't sure exactly which one of those guns I was going to keep, because I knew there wasn't a reason to keep two polymer frame 10mm. I just didn't have any reason to have both of them. So I had determined I was going to keep one and let the other one go, and it turns out I let the M&P go. I just like this one better. I'd had it a while, maybe it had grown on me a little bit more. I was not nearly as impressed with that M&P as I thought I would be, because I've always liked the M&P line. But there was just something about it I just didn't care for. I really didn't like the suppressor or RMR sight, height sights that they'd had on there. And there were just some other things that just didn't appeal to me. But the one thing that the M&P 10mm had that I really liked that the Glock didn't have was texturing on the grip. I realized just how slick this Glock was when I compared it with the M&P. And that was the only thing that was really in the M&P's favor as far as I was concerned. And that can be remedied. And normally I remedy that with Talon grips. So I ordered the Talon grips, and I could have swore that I ordered their Pro models, which are a rubberized grip with a lot of texture on there as well. But when I got them in, what I got in were the sandpaper grips. The granulated is what I got instead. And I thought, well, I don't know if I want these or not, but I decided just to go ahead and put them on there, see if I liked them. And to be honest, they feel really good in the hand. So I'm going to go with it. But since I've done that, I have not shot this gun. I've had so many other guns that I wanted to review and so many things already scheduled that I just never got around to even shooting this gun just for fun. Just to test these grips out and see if I liked them. And I decided I'd come out here today, and why not go ahead and make a video. And here we are with the Glock 20 Gen 3, and we're going to do just a little bit of shooting with it. I'm not going to make too long a video, I don't think. I've got a new plate rack out here also that I want to try out and see how I like it. I really bought it mostly to be doing some rifle reviews that I hopefully have coming up here soon. It's a polymer plate rack. They're not steel. They're self-healing targets that you can shoot with rifles without having to worry about your distance like you would with steel. So I'm going to try those out with this gun here today, and I've got them at about 15 yards, a little bit under, maybe 14 yards out, which I'll have them a little further away than that for the rifles. But for this gun today, I'm just going to try them out at about 14-15 yards and see what they do, see if they work pretty well or not. And you can see already it's awfully hot out here. I'm already sweaty. Just gonna go and apologize for all the sweat. But you can see the sweat here on my GOA t-shirt that I just got in, my Gun Owners of America t-shirt. And if you check in the description of the video, you'll see there's a link there for a discounted membership to the GOA. You can click that link and join up, donate, get in the fight, help us protect our gun rights. There's also going to be a link there for the TFA, the Tennessee Firearms Association. And if you live in the great state of Tennessee like I do, you can join up with the TFA and help them secure our rights here in the state of Tennessee as well. I'm a life member of both organizations. I don't get any kickbacks from them. I support them strictly because I believe in what they're doing, and I hope you'll go to the description and click those links and join up and help us out as well. So let's do a little bit of shooting. I've got mostly my hand loads here that I'm going to load up. They're 180 grain, and these are a hard cast bullet. A lot of people say you can't shoot hard cast in Glocks. You can't shoot lead bullets in Glocks. And soft lead, that's right, you really shouldn't, because they have polygonal rifling in them. But these hard cast bullets are coated, and they're really hard. They're an 18 Bernal, I believe. And so these will work fine in a Glock. You're not going to have any trouble. I've shot these for years and never had a single issue with a Glock. They don't lead up the barrel or anything. So, a lot of people will tell you not to shoot lead round, but these kind here are fine. There's a difference. All lead rounds are not created equal, put it that way. So I'm gonna load these up here, and then I'm gonna try out this plate rack I've got out here first and just see how it does. I don't know, they may fall off, they may fall apart, I don't know. Never had seen it before, just ran across it on the internet and thought I'd try it out and see if it worked. So that's what we're doing today. I haven't shot this Glock in a long time now, since that last video, which was a few months ago, so I'm not sure exactly where it prints. So I'm just gonna guess here and start shooting a little bit and see if I can hit anything. I don't know if I hit it or not. Am I hitting them? Well, yeah, I think I see a hole in the target. I knocked that one down there. Just putting a hole in it. There it goes. So some of the rounds are just going straight through. I don't think I'm hitting that one, am I? Yeah, I see a hole in it. There it goes. So some of them just go straight through and don't create enough force as they're going through to knock the target down. So that may be one thing we really do with these targets, is that they drop. I can't see if I'm hitting them from here or not. Trying to hold different places. See if maybe they'll drop and hold in different spots, but I don't know. There, that one finally went down. Can anybody see if I'm actually hitting this thing? I think I hit it for sure. I'm not sure where I'm going. Let me try some of these. I've got just a few of these Hornady rounds here. The hollow points. Let's see if maybe they'll knock it down. Yeah, shooting this thing with rifle, I don't know if it'll be better or worse, because rifles have higher velocity, so they may go clean through there even worse than the 10mm and not knock it down. But then again, you know, just the velocity alone may put them down. So I think these are a little hotter around. Let me see here. Look at there. Well, I think I destroyed the target stand. Well, I was hitting it. It just wasn't going down. So I guess that's enough shooting on that target. We'll go over here to steel, where it makes a nice plinking sound. We all love that plinking sound. Just got to load a few more of these up. 10mm gotten to be fairly hard to find these days. Luckily, I do hand load it. I don't know if I would have any, because I haven't seen any on the shelf really much here lately. Seen a lot of 9mm now, so that's a good thing. We're seeing a lot more 9, but there's still some calibers that are sort of hard to come by. But maybe we're starting to see the market straighten itself out a little bit. Of course, inflation, you know, you already got the supply and demand issue with ammo being scarce driving the prices up, and then you just have inflation on top of that. So the price of ammunition is skyrocketed. It's about twice what it used to be, and some rounds are even more than that, which is not good if you like to shoot a lot like I do. Let's just go over here, shoot some of the steel. And you know, obviously we got to lob some out there at 80 yards, though with the 10mm it's not really lobbing. It's fairly flat shooting out at that distance. Can't find the range on the little ones. Always the same story. I wish I'd never hung those plates up. You think just going from 6 inches to 4 inches, it wouldn't be so hard to hit, but those 2 inches apparently make a big difference. There pretty much everywhere I can think of to aim. Still ain't hit this thing. Aim high, out to the side, left, right. To no avail. Obviously I can't give up. I gotta hit that plate at least once before I can move on. But I can say that these Talon grips are working really well. This gun feels really good and secure in the hand. Much better than it did with that slick Gen 3 grip. The grip texture on the Gen 3s was not good. You know, I like a lot of things about the Generation 3 Glocks, but the grip texture was not one of them, because it was pretty much non-existent. The Gen 4 was an improvement, though, to be honest, the Gen 4 is nothing spectacular either, or the Gen 5 either. So I put Talon grips on pretty much all my Glocks. You know, for years people have been stippling them and doing everything else to them. Glock is one of those guns that's well known, it's got a great reputation, but everybody who has a Glock does something to customize it. I guess that's why there's such a big market for aftermarket parts and support for the Glocks, because nobody leaves their Glock the way it comes from the factory. And that's the only knock you can say about a Glock, is they're too expensive for what you get, really, because you end up spending more money to add things to it. That one plate sticking up there is just bugging me. Finally. All right, let's see if I can hit this little bitty target. It's 3 inches. I guess the answer is going to be well, I'm frustrated now. Really not sure what I'm doing wrong. I have aimed everywhere I can think of to aim. Held really low, way low, 6 o'clock, brought it up, left and right. I think that plate is dodging the bullets is what it is. Look at her dance out there. 10 millimeters got a little bit of kick to it. Got a little bit of punch. See if I can hit this one out here at 80. See where these are. Let me bring it down a little bit. Still don't see it. All right, I had to hold pretty low there. Let's load up again. I'm gonna try it here at 80 yards. As soon as I hit this thing, we're gonna be done. But it's a little bit warm out here. Even though it's getting later in the day and it's cooled off quite a bit, it's really humid, which is why I'm sweating so much. But I gotta hit this red plate at least once. And I hate that I'm giving up on that little 3-inch. I don't want to waste $50 in ammo trying to hit one plate either. Though it probably wouldn't be the first time I'd done that. All right, let's go back out here at 80 yards. Maybe I can figure it out now. I had to hold pretty low. A little too low. Still a little low. Still just a hair. Go off to the... Bounced her in there. I don't think bank shots count though. I think I'd just get lucky one of these times. think I hit the chain. I think I bounced it in again. Man, hitting all around it. I just can't quite zero it in. There we go. Just needed that one round in the next mag. All right, 3-inch plate. There we go. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. And I am done. The Talon grips work pretty good. And actually, I think these granulated grips look pretty good as well. They look good on here. And they feel good in the hand. I don't know if I like them as well as the Pro. That also have that rubber texture to them underneath. But it gives you a really good purchase on the gun. And I do like this Glock 20. It shoots really well. It really handles the recoil of the 10 millimeter extremely well. It just does not have a lot of kick to it for as powerful as the 10 millimeter round is. It's roughly the same as a 357 Magnum in power. If you look at the muzzle energy of the 357 Magnum and the 10 millimeter, as you go up the power level chart and what have you, they are just neck and neck. When you go at the very red line, at the very top of the power for either one, they're almost identical. And that was really the plan when the 10 millimeter was developed in the 80s, was to make a semi-auto round that had the power of a 357 Magnum, and that's what they did. But obviously they found that it was a little more than a lot of the FBI agents could handle when they switched to the 10 millimeter, and of course that's where the 40 Smith & Wesson came from, which so many people hate today, which I don't understand. But you know, whether it's the greatest round in the world or the best round, it's still a decent round. But obviously it doesn't have the punch of the 10 millimeter, but you know, the 40 also doesn't have the recoil of the 10 millimeter. But you know, the Glock 20 handles it really well, but you've got a bigger package than you would with the Glock 22, which was the 40 caliber full size. So you know, with everything there's a trade-off, and with the Glock 20 you trade off size and weight, but you get a really good shooting gun here and a really capable caliber. So you know, if you don't have a Glock 20, maybe you need to go get you one, because these are nice guns. But guys, appreciate you coming out. God bless you. Y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.